Today we're going to be demonstrating washing hands, which might seem like a very simple skill, and it certainly is, but just want to make sure that everybody's doing it very appropriately, especially if we're been in a situation where we've come into contact with bloodborne pathogen. Just want to make sure that our hands are thoroughly washed and make sure that they're as clean as we possibly get them. Ideally, in this situation, we would have had gloves on when we perform the skill. We've taken our gloves off and now it's time to wash our hands. So we want to make sure that we've got all of our supplies and make sure that we're good and prepped. One thing that you want to do is just make sure that you kind of remove any jewelry that you might have, just in case that there might be any type of substance that have gotten on those. We can kind of clean and disinfect those later. Ideally, we're going to have water, so we're going to turn the water on and then apply our soap. The thing that we want to do with our soap is make sure that we rinse for and lather up for at least 15 seconds. So many times that's longer than a typical person is actually going to do in terms of washing their hands. Make sure that you get kind of underneath the fingernails, make sure that you get in between all of your knuckles, and just make sure that everything is good and cleaned off. After you've rinsed for that or washed for 15 seconds, make sure you thoroughly rinse your hands, okay? And then before you turn the water off, you're gonna wanna grab your disposable paper towel, dry your hands, and then use actually the towel to take and wipe the handles off. Because beforehand, your hands might have been infected and then we actually turn those on. So the handles themselves might actually have some of that substance on. So one of the things that we can do is with our paper towel, we can go ahead and wipe and clean those off. We can get our cleaning solution and make sure that those in the area is completely disinfected. Once we're done with our paper towels, those can just be thrown in the garbage and then we're all set and good to go. If you're in a situation where you actually don't have access to soap and water, one of the things that you can actually use is a waterless hand sanitizer. There's a variety of different types that you can get, either in liquids or gels. This just happens to be one. You wouldn't necessarily need to use water for this. You would just squirt it a little bit onto your hands and we just rub until it's completely dried off. Now, at some point in time, we certainly are going to want to wash our hands with soap and water, but if you're out on the field or out in a location that actually does not have any type of water, this is a good option for you to be able to disinfect your hands while in that setting.